chapter 63, the chapter of the wicked, containing 12 verses written at Medina. In the name of God, gracious and merciful, when the wicked shall come to visit thee, they will say that they are witnesses that thou art a prophet sent from God. He well knoweth that thou art his prophet. He seeth that they dissemble and sell their faith to enjoy wealth in the world, wherein they commit evil. They say with the mouth, we believe in the law of God, and are impious in their souls, and piety is imprinted in their hearts, and they will not learn the mysteries of faith. The beauty of their body shall not displease thee. When thou shalt see them, they erect themselves when they speak, and resemble a piece of wood set up against a wall. They fear all rumors that fly abroad, and are your enemies. Beware of them. Doubtless God will destroy them. How can they blaspheme against his law, when it was said to them, come to the prophet, he shall beg pardon of God for your sins? And they shook the head and withdrew with pride. Misery is upon them, whether thou implore pardon for them, or dost not implore it. God will not pardon them. He abhorreth the wicked. And they say, do no good to them that follow that prophet of God until they abandon him. The treasures of heaven and earth are God's, but they comprehend it not. They say, we return to the city of Medina. If we return, we will drive them thence. Shame and infamy, and will these establish greatness and honor? On the contrary, greatness and power and victory proceed from God, his prophet, and them that believe in his law. But the misbelievers understand it not. O ye that believe in God, your riches and your children ought not to seduce you from his service. Such as shall forsake it shall be in the number of the damned. Give alms of the wealth that he hath given you before the hour of your death arrive. Then shall the wicked say, Lord, if thou hast not so soon caused me to die, I'd embrace the law. God regardeth not the day of anyone. When the hour is come, he knoweth all that ye do. And chapter 63 is, I don't know if it's intentionally misunderstood, because that one story about him flipping through and not even finishing a passage, because if he was familiar with the Quran, he would have known that everything about hell was, accompanied with like the way out, or talking about paradise or something. But the guy that is like, well, the only people who say that Muhammad is the prophet in the Quran are the hypocrites. Well, yeah, but this passage isn't condemning that. It's saying that people are saying that they're believers, but they're not, because they're trying to, now that, when Islam has a position in the world, people pretended that they were Muslim. And if you call religion by a different name other than Islam, the same thing sort of happened. It's like the argument that people talked about Hitler. Well, Hitler only pretended to be a Christian because it was necessary for him to pretend to be a Christian in order for him to do what he did. You're really going to make that argument? Either way, that doesn't look good for Christianity. But so what? So if it's true, it's like I was telling somebody, and I ended up with some issue with the policeman who was harassing me as a result, because this woman stopped going to church because she didn't believe after talking to me. And therefore she, But it's like, you know, if you don't believe or you can't find something that you can move with authentically for yourself, it's like I can watch and read and listen to all sorts of things, but mean the testimonies that you actually say. Now, if you convey that these people believe this, that's one thing, but to claim it for yourself, that's, yeah, no.